When you're talking about firings, you're looking for a media hit and a fundraising clip, and I'm not going to give it to you.
Are those people who are returned to their jobs still in those jobs? Yes or no?
They never left.
Your most significant
Actually gets this place going.
qualification was your 100% loyalty to President Trump.
That was intense. In just a few minutes, Senator Mazie Hirono and FBI Director Kash Patel turned what was supposed to be a formal hearing into a verbal cage match. You can feel the bitterness, the interruptions, the frustration, and those cutting remarks about loyalty and political bias. These moments show how deep the distrust runs between both sides and why this hearing went viral.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Patel, just like the rest of the federal government, there have been significant personnel changes at the FBI since President Trump took office. I want to better understand the scope of the turnover and the changes occurring at the FBI. Since January 2025, how many FBI employees have retired, resigned, been fired, or otherwise separated from employment? I need a number.
We'll get you a number.
What is the number? You don't have it?
Not off the top of my head, and I want to get you the right number.
Would it surprise you to know that it's probably in the thousands, like 5,000?
I don't think that number's
Well,
accurate.
you don't know. Next question. How many special agents or analysts have left or been fired from the FBI since January 2025?
Say, we will get you the numbers, and anyone that retires is of their own volition, and anyone that is terminated at the FBI, as I've said before, is done so because they have failed to meet the standards and uphold their loyalty and oath to the Constitution.
Yeah, so you say.
This opening exchange sets the tone. Hirono is demanding specifics, while Patel refuses to commit. You can tell she's getting frustrated fast. This is classic political sparring, one side trying to corner the witness, the other playing defense to avoid a viral misstep.
In Hawaii, there's been a plus-up. In every single state that I'm looking at, we have allocated a plus-up for field offices across the country so that the FBI can continuing the historic achievements it's done in these last 7 months. When you're talking about firings, you're looking for a media hit and a fundraising clip, and I'm not going to give it to you.
It doesn't matter under what basis they left. I just want to know how many have left. And I think your testimony is nobody has left. Next question.
Nope,
Which
that's
field-
not my testimony. You asked it one time. I answered it one time. You didn't get the answer you wanted for your clip,
Next
so you keep
question.
asking it, and I told you I'd get you the numbers, but you can keep asking it.
That's where it really flares up. Patel flips the accusation back on her, calling out political motives right there in the hearing. That's not something you hear often in this formal setting. It's calculated, confrontational, and it hits hard.
Excellent qualified personnel to lead the mission of arresting 23,000 violent criminals this year alone.
the
That's twice
names
as many
of the
as
people
before.
who took the places of
I'm not
the-
going to give you any names so you can attack them.
Why not?
So you can attack them. I'm not doing that. The
You're not
people
gonna
sitting
give
in
me the
those seats
names
are
of-
extremely qualified to handle the job.
You're
We
not
would
gonna
not
give
have
me
the
the names
results.
of personnel who
we would
should
not
be
have the
on your-
reduction
Right,
of
fine,
violence in the
moving
state
on.
of Hawaii if we did not allocate the
Earlier
resources we
this
did.
year, FBI counterterrorist special agents and investigators were reassigned to assist with immigration enforcement. Reportedly, these counterterrorism experts were returned to the jobs they trained for in late January after Iran threatened to retaliate for our strikes on their nuclear facilities. Have those experts remained in the jobs they trained for since that time? Yes or no?
FBI agents' primary responsibility is exactly what they are assigned to do. We always work with our
So since they
interagency
returned to their
If
positions,
you're not
are
going to
they
let me
still in
answer,
those
why don't you
positions?
just do your soliloquy in the 4.5 minutes you have
I am
left?
not asking for a soliloquy. It's just a yes or no. Are those people who are returned to their jobs still in those jobs? Yes or
They
no?
never left.
By this point, you can see patience wearing thin. Hirono wants clarity. Patel's tone drips with irritation. Both are speaking past each other, which makes it so uncomfortable to watch, yet impossible to look away. This is a power struggle in real time.
Differences. Are you requiring these kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring a physical program at BFTC at Quantico because FBI agents carrying guns in the field have to chase down bad guys and do really hard work. The physical fitness standards of those agents
So are
are
you
being
requiring
appropriately
these
assessed.
kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring everybody to pass the 1811 standards at BFTC. If you want to chase down a bad guy
Excuse me,
and put
the
him in
reason I
handcuffs, you
asked-
better be able to do a pull-up.
The reason I ask is that there are concerns about whether or not being able to do these kinds of harsh pull-ups is really required of FBI agents.
Doing one
Anyway,
pull-up
Mr.
is not
Patel,
harsh,
I
and there are
am
always
gravely
medical
concerned.
exemptions to that.
This moment went viral for another reason. It shifted from policy to gender. Patel's blunt response sounded unapologetic and even combative. It highlights the culture clash between old-school law enforcement toughness and modern equality standards.
Mr. Patel, before the vote on your nomination of this committee, I noted that your most significant qualification, this is not just something that I noted, but others, your most significant qualification was your 100% loyalty to President Trump. And I fear that that continues to be the motivating factor in your position as FBI director. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mayor, Mr. Chairman.
Director Patel, did you
Yes.
anything you wanted to say now?
That is an entire falsehood. You can delete my 16 years of government service to multiple administrations all you want. The fact is that I was a public defender. I was a national security prosecutor. I was a House intelligence staffer. I was a deputy director of intelligence. I was a chief of staff to the Department of Defense and the Secretary of Defense. I led the counterterrorism missions for the White House. Those are just some of the jobs I held in my 16-year career. There was no loyalty then. There's no loyalty now to anything but the Constitution.
This is the emotional crescendo. Patel doesn't just defend himself, he lists his entire career as if reclaiming his reputation in front of the nation. It's defiant, proud, and a clear rejection of partisan framing. Whether you agree or not, it's powerful television.
Senator Brett.
Yes. Well, before I begin, I want to thank Senator Hirono for what she said, acknowledging that there are physical differences between men and women. Talking about that women wouldn't be able to do as many pull-ups, and I think that she was making a case here that there should be different standards. There's a thing called Title IX, and this is why we continue to say we should have biological men and men's sports and biological women and women's sports. And so I look forward to utilizing that to talk to all of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle. Maybe they will stand with us in helping us protect women's sports. I think she made a great argument there for it. Moving on to
What we just watched wasn't just a political clash. It was a breakdown of trust on full display. Senator Hirono represents a growing skepticism that institutions like the FBI have become politicized. Kash Patel, on the other hand, embodies the frustration of officials who feel constantly accused, constantly under siege, and never given the benefit of the doubt. Both were talking, but neither was really listening, and that's what made this so explosive. This hearing wasn't about numbers or staffing. It was about credibility, power, and loyalty. What do you think? Was Senator Hirono right to push so aggressively for transparency? Or was Patel right to stand his ground and call out what he saw as political theater? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the FBI is being fairly questioned or unfairly targeted? And if you were sitting in that room, whose side would you be on?